very much indeed. Hello, I'm Alexander Armstrong, and a very warm welcome to Pointless, the quiz where the more obscure your knowledge, the better your chances of winning. Let's meet today's players. And couple number one.
Hi, my name's Alfie. This is my friend Zan, and they're both from London.
Couple number two.
Hi, I'm Emily. This is my partner Cal, and we're from Sheffield.
Couple number three.
Hi, I'm Darren. This is my daughter Hallie, and we're from Filey in North Yorkshire.
And finally, couple number four.
I'm Charlie. This is my partner Nicola, and we're from Dunbar.
And these are today's contestants. Thank you very much indeed, all of you. A very, very warm welcome to Pointless. It's lovely to have you all here. That just leaves one more person for me to introduce. Your Gethin's as good as mine. Only it's not, probably. Mine's probably a bit better, because mine is my new Pointless friend, Gethin Jones, you see. How are you, Gethin?
Very well, thank you. Thanks for having me back.
Listen, it's a pleasure. So how do you feel your first show went?
Yeah, my feedback is very good, actually.
Good.
It's lovely seeing you live in action.
Thank you very much.
And it was a good game, actually.
It was a good game.
It was a really tight game, so yeah.
Yeah, and for my part, I thought you were extremely good.
Thank you.
Very deft.
Yeah, it's easy with the answers in front of you.
I know, but even so, it was very good. I thought you did very, very well.
Thank you.
So, yes, thank you very much indeed. If you just ask the next person to come in, thank you very much on your way out. Actually, no, don't, stay.
It's too short notice.
And now, Lola and Sue got through to the final last time, and they did not win the jackpot, I'm sorry to say, which means we add another £1,000 to that, so today's jackpot starts off at £2,000. Right, if everyone's ready, let's play Pointless. Just something to remember. At the back of your mind, while you're playing, we will always eliminate the pair with the highest score at the end of each round, so just keep your scores as low as you possibly can. And everything should be great. Best of luck to everybody. Our first category today is presidential clues. Can you all decide in your pairs? Who's going to go first? Who's going to go second? And whoever's going first, please step up to the podium. OK, and the question concerns US presidents with answers missing. Gethin.
On each pass, we're going to give you the names of 7 US presidents, but each is missing part of their name, which has been replaced by blanks. The missing part is also the answer to a separate clue, which we'll give you as well. So please give us the missing answer that you think, of course, is most obscure.
Good luck. Here is our first board of clues. Blank Clinton, a printed statement of money owed for goods or services. Herbert Blank, a verb meaning to vacuum a floor. John Blank Adams, title character played by Jack Klugman in a TV series about a forensic pathologist. James Blank, Laura Kenny and Katie Archibald won gold at the Tokyo Olympics in this cycling race. Abraham Blank, a city in the East Midlands known for its medieval cathedral. Blank Pierce, the pilgrim who interrupts the squire in Chaucer's Canterbury Tales. And Jimmy Blank, maiden name of the country singer played by Reese Witherspoon in Walk the Line. There we are, Alfie. Welcome back. It's terrific to see you again. Tell us a bit more about yourself.
Yeah, so in the last show I mentioned I graduated from KCL. I guess a fun fact was that I was the president of the Doctor Who Society for 2 years.
The Doctor Who Society.
Yes.
How many members were there?
A good amount. I think we ranged from like 40 plus. That was our first screening. It kind of dwindled weigh as like weeks went on, but we got a nice little community towards the end.
Nice little community of Whovians.
Exactly.
There we are. And did you have to stand up and address them at the beginning of each meeting?
Yeah, press I player, very easy job.
Very good. But you just welcome everyone.
Yeah. And we watched, we had a Sarah Jane Adventures week as well, so obviously it's a pleasure to meet the face behind Mr. Smith.
There we are. Well, listen, it's a pleasure to meet you too. Alfie, these presents with bits missing.
OK. I'm going to take a guess on the third one and say Dexter.
On the third one,
John Adams.
Dexter Adams. Shall we see if that is right? Shall we see how many of our 100 people said Dexter?
Oh.
I'm afraid not. Dexter, Alfie, that scores you 100 points. Sorry.
Dexter is a no-no. We'll give you the answer at the end. I'm actually a little bit more offended that you remember Alexander from Sarah Jane Adventures, but you don't remember the Cyberman in episode 11 of series 5. Alfie, does that not ring a bell?
No, sorry.
Disappointing.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know what to say. Sorry. Emily, welcome back.
Hi.
It's wonderful to have you with us again. Tell us more about yourself. You're an ecologist, we discovered last time.
Yeah. In my spare time, I quite like doing hula hooping.
Do you now?
Yeah.
That's quite a... I mean, I suspect we all quite like a bit of hula hooping, but that sounds like you do it a bit more serious. Do you own a hoop?
Yeah, so I was at a festival, I don't know, maybe 10 years ago, maybe more than
Yeah.
that, and I saw someone doing it and I just thought it looked really cool.
That's for
so
me.
I just found a class where someone was doing it and I've been doing it for about 12 years or so. Yeah.
How many hoops at once can you spin?
Maybe 3, yeah. 3.
Arm, waist.
Maybe neck or, waist or knees.
Oh, wow. Emily, what are you going to go for on our board?
I'm not sure how low scoring it's going to be, but Herbert Hoover.
Herbert Hoover. Shall we see how many of our 100 said Hoover? Hoover is absolutely right. And not Henry Hoover, as some people often think. 47 is what that scores.
Very good, yeah. Not including its east or west wings, the White House has floor space of approximately 55,000 square feet, which is a lot of hoovering.
That's an awful lot of hoovering. Heavens above. There we are. Darren, welcome from Filey. Beautiful, beautiful Filey.
Thank you.
Tell us all about yourself.
I'm a telecoms engineer. I've been for 36 years. That's my day job. My night job is I sing in a rock band, sing and play guitar.
What sort of rock band is it?
We do our own stuff. We do some covers. We've got some really good musicians in the band, so it's
How many in the
happy
band?
days. 4 of us.
4 of you.
We
So
call it
you-
Doghouse.
Doghouse. If you're in the Filey area, or probably slightly broader, I imagine
Exactly,
you play. I
slightly
imagine
broader.
you travel.
Yeah.
Yes. Now, Darren, all of these presidents' names have bits missing. Can you supply them?
I'm going to go for the third one. It's John Quincy Adams.
Quincy. Different detective. Shall we see how many of our 100 said Quincy? Quincy's right. 100 is our high score, 47 is our low score, and you pass both of those. 20 for Quincy. Very well done.
Quincy, yeah. Not Dexter, but Quincy. The TV show Quincy M.E. ran from 1976 to 1983, almost twice as long as John Quincy Adams was president for.
There you are. Thank you very much indeed, Gethin. Nicola, welcome to Pointers. It's lovely to have you here.
Thank you.
Tell us all about yourself, Nicola.
As Charlie said, we live in Dunbar, which is on the east coast of Scotland.
Lovely.
I'm the director of a small engineering company based here in the UK, and we're involved in the energy business, so that keeps me pretty occupied.
Very good
Monday to
indeed.
Friday. Yeah.
The thing I always remember about Dunbar is the station has a little well head in it. There's a. I don't know if that's a real well.
It does still have a wellhead.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any water there, but
No.
a good memory.
Well, yeah. Dunbar, lovely station. Anyway, Nicola, you're the last person to have this board. Would you like to fill in all our blanks?
I don't think I can do them all, but definitely the top one is Bill Clinton. Abraham Lincoln for the city in East Midlands. Pierce, I don't know. But the bottom one I'm going to go for, and I think that's Jimmy Carter.
Carter, says Nicola. Shall we see how many of our 100 said Carter? Carter is right. Well, 20 is our low score, 39 is where you end up with Carter. Not bad at all.
Yeah, you chose the best one of the ones you knew there, so well played.
Okay.
Bill Clinton, you were right, Nicola. Bill Clinton, 65. James, this got me for ages. I couldn't think. Laura Kenny.
Is it Madison?
It is Madison. James Madison, yeah.
Yeah.
That was scored 8.
And there's Lincoln.
Highest on the board, 73.
And this is Franklin Pierce.
Franklin Pierce for
Franklin
the
Pierce.
best answer on the board, yeah.
There we go. There we are. Thank you very much indeed. OK, well, we're halfway through the round. Let's have a quick look at those scores. 20, Darren, the best score of the pass.
Thank you.
And then we travel from there to 39, where we find Nicola and Charlie. From there to 47, where we find Emily and Cal. And from there up, I'm afraid, to 100, Alfie. I'm sorry, Alfie and Zan. That's where you're currently residing. Everything could change in the next pass, Sam. Let's have a low-scoring answer from you. Good luck. We're going to come back down the line now. Will the second players please step up to the podium? OK, let's put 7 more clues to US presidents on the board with little bits missing. And here they are. Blank S. Grant, a novel written by James Joyce. Barack Blank, a coastal town in Japan whose name translates as small beach. Blank Blank Harding, rapper who had the 1994 UK top 10 single Regulate with Nate Dogg. James A. Blank, lasagna-loving comic strip cat created by Jim Davis. George W. Blank, a small, densely branched shrub. Blank Cleveland, a blue Muppet character originally performed by Frank Oz. And Woodrow Blank, the name given to the volleyball by Tom Hanks's character in the film Castaway. Charlie, welcome to Pointless. Great to have you here. Tell us all about yourself, Charlie.
Well, I live in Dunbar with Nicola. I spent the last year setting up my own lift and escalator consulting company.
So you consult, you give people advice on what the best lift and
Yes.
escalator they should... Yeah, OK. Very good indeed, Charlie. And what do you do for fun?
We've got a racehorse, so that takes a bit of our time up.
That's fun. You travel round with it, clearly.
Well, yeah, the trainer does.
But you sometimes go along and watch it.
Oh, we always go and watch it.
Always.
Like,
Is it you a syndicate?
No, we own it
You
ourselves.
own it yourselves. Excellent. Good stuff. We should all be in lifts, clearly. Charlie, you're on 39. If you can score 60 or less, you are into round 2. What would you like to go for?
I'm going to have to go for, I think it's George Washington.
OK, what, for the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the fifth one down. OK, George Washington, says Charlie, you get a red line. Here it comes. I'm so sorry, Charlie. I'm sorry, that W is an initial.
Oh.
That scores you 100 points and takes your total up to 139. Sorry.
Nicola gave Charlie the look there straight away.
Yeah. No,
I think everyone have felt the same. It's difficult, though, when you're up there, isn't it, Alexander?
It certainly is.
Well,
it certainly is.
We'll get the answer a bit later.
We will. Thank you very much indeed. Now then, Hallie, welcome to Pointless. Good to have you here. Tell us all about yourself.
Hi, I'm Hallie. I've got a master's degree in zoology, and for my final year project, I trained praying mantises.
What do you train them to do? To sing?
No, that might be a PhD project though.
Could
be. But I trained them to basically respond to little 3D printed hoverflies and wasps. So they were trying to see if they could recognise danger visually.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. But I hope you haven't mucked about with their wasp hoverfly.
No, I hope I've not messed their brains
No,
up.
phew. So should they find themselves back in the wild,
Yeah.
they can just get on with their praying.
Yeah.
Good. OK, Hallie, you are on 20. Doesn't matter what you score. You're through, come what may. But I bet you've got a good answer. What are you going to go for?
I'm going to go for Ulysses for the first.
Ulysses S. Grant. Shall we see if that is right? Shall we see how many of our 100 said it? You don't get a red line for the lovely reason, as I said, you're already through. Ulysses is right. That goes down to 31. 51, your total. Very, very strong.
In 2022, the BBC website published some tips for reading or attempting to read Ulysses. One from the Irish ambassador to the US simply said, if anyone is looking for an easy read, it's not for them.
Thank you. So we come to you, Cal. Welcome back to Pointless. Good to have you here a second time. Tell us a bit more about yourself, Cal.
Well, I think I mentioned my band, Faint Paint.
Faint Paint?
Yes, in the last time. Just getting another shout out there. But I also play a number of musical instruments as well as that. So everything really from... If it's got strings, I can play it, hopefully.
See, that's good. Yeah, Gethin is a stringed instrument player as well.
Play it terribly, but I can play
So,
it.
really? So what you play... You're a guitarist in the
guitar
band.
and recently sort of auto harp and balalaika as well. It's been
What's an auto harp?
it's like a little mini harp that you
Yeah.
can like press buttons on. It's, used a lot in country music.
OK, very good indeed. Now, Cal, you're on 47. 91 or less gets you through. Can you supply the missing parts of these presidents' names?
I think I'll go for James A. Garfield, the lasagna-loving comic strip cat.
James A. Garfield. You get a red line. It's nice and high. Where do we end up with Garfield? Very, very good indeed. 26, taking your total up to 73.
Garfield the cat, passionate about three things: sleeping, watching TV, and eating lasagna. I can relate. By contrast, President James A. Garfield worked as a carpenter, a teacher, a preacher, and a lawyer.
There we are. Thank you very much indeed, Gethin. Now then, Zan.
Hello.
Zan, welcome back to Pointless. Listen, there's a chance here. You've been thrown a fabulous bone, but we'll come to that in a moment. Tell us a little bit more about yourself, Zan.
Well, I was also at university, I was the president of the squash club because growing up, I used to play squash. And in England, I came to number 12 in the country. And in Hertfordshire as well, I was like the county champion for
The county champion of Hop. Yes, it's that Zan. Everyone's thinking, well, I've definitely seen him before.
Yeah.
You still playing squash?
I still play more for the local team in Harrow.
Good stuff. Zan, now look, here's the point. We have to score 38 here or less. Otherwise, it's goodbye. What are we thinking? Do you want to talk us through the board?
Yeah, sure. I'm hoping my politics degree helps me here. So the second one is Obama. I know it's Bush for George W. Bush, a small shrub. But I'm going to go for the bottom one. I'm going to go with Wilson.
OK, Woodrow Wilson. You get a red line and it comes in sort of there-ish, I'm going to guess. Shall we see where you end up with Wilson? 48 for Woodrow Wilson, taking your total up to 148.
Yeah. Tom Hanks' wife since 1988 is Rita Wilson as well.
So Tom Hanks's volleyball was called Wilson, and his wife, his actual wife, is called Wilson.
Rita Wilson.
Rita Wilson.
Since 1988.
Was there a connection between the two?
It was the brand of the ball as well, wasn't it? Wilson.
It was the brand of the ball, of course.
It arrived on that island as well. But I liked your idea better.
Yeah. OK.
Here we go then. Barack Obama would have been 75. Then we had Warren G. Harding, which would have been pointless answer.
I wasn't familiar with Warren G, the rapper.
George W. Bush would have got 50. And then
this is Grover.
Grover, Cleveland, would have got 18 points, which also would have been great for you, Zan.
Thank you very much indeed, Gethin. That brings us to the end of our first round. It means we have to say goodbye to Zan and Alfie. Oh, I'm so sorry. Do any of these make sense now once you see them filled in? Do you think, oh, I should have known that, maybe?
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. There's a thing to remember next time, when you own for your third time, in fact, next time. So we must see you beyond round one. Thanks so much for playing Zan and Alfie. For the remaining three pairs, though, it is now time for round two. There we are, magically in round two. Well, not magically at all, through your own hard efforts there. And very well done indeed. Darren, our lowest individual scorer, and Hallie and Darren, our lowest combined scorer. So fabulous work there. What a team. But you all did brilliantly. You mostly did brilliantly. Best of luck to everybody for round two. Our category for it is classical music. Can you all decide in your pairs who's going to go first, who's going to go second? And whoever's going first, please step up to the podium. OK, let's find out what the question is. Here it comes. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many instruments played by BBC Young Musician competitors as they could. Gethin.
BBC Young Musician is a national music competition primarily for classical musicians, broadcast every 2 years on BBC Television and BBC Radio 3. We're looking for any musical instrument played by a competitor in the category finals or the grand final of the competition in the last decade, as of August 2024. So that's from the 2014 competition up to and including the 2022 competition.
Thank you very much indeed. So, Emily, I mean, do you follow any of the Young Musician contests?
Oh,
Have
yeah.
you seen?
Every year. No.
They are. I mean, they're genuinely wonderful to watch. But yes,
Maybe I will have to after this.
Might be quite niche. But so this is basically going to be a bit of a guess and a fingers crossed.
Yeah. Think I'll go with oboe.
Oboe, says Emily. Should we find out how many of our 100 said oboe? Oboe is right. Down it goes to 18. What a great start to the round. 18 for oboe.
Does she know that it's your instrument?
I don't know. I don't believe she does. I don't know. Did you know that it's my instrument?
No, I didn't.
Did you know that I had an instrument? Yes, yes.
The oboe has a very important job in any orchestra, doesn't it?
Well, it does. Yes, well, it gives the note
gives
that
the
everyone
aim
tunes to.
for everyone else, indeed.
Yeah. There we go. Thank you very much indeed, Gethin. Now then, Hallie.
Hello.
What are you thinking?
I myself am a young musician.
Are you?
But I don't play any classical instruments. Except for
Okay.
guitar, I guess you could say that. But I'm going to go with French horn.
French horn, says Hallie. Shall we see how many of our 100 people said French horn? French horn is right. 18 is the only score we have at the moment. And you pass it with French horn down to 9. Very well done indeed, Hallie.
Without doubt, my favourite brass instrument. Beautiful tone on a French horn. It comes from hunting horns used in the 17th century. If you uncoiled it, it would be 13 feet long.
There we are. Thank you very much indeed, Gethin. Now then, Nicola. A little prayer there from Nicola. So, instruments played by the category finalists in BBC Young Musician of the Year.
So, I am a brass instrument player.
Yes.
Meaning I have to side with the brass instrument. And I'm thinking tenor horn.
Tenor horn, says Nicola. Tenor horn. Should we see what happens when we say tenor horn? I'm so sorry, Nicola. I'm sorry, that's incorrect. Scores you 100 points. Sorry about that.
That's so unlucky, that. Going for the obscure, which is the name of the game, but the tenor horn was most recently played in the category finals in 2012, so just outside our time frame.
There we are. Thank you very much indeed. Well, we're halfway through the round. Let's have a quick look at those scores. 9 for Hallie. Very well done indeed. Hallie and Darren. Once again, they're always scoring low, these two. Then we travel from there to 18, where we find Emily and Cal. And then up to 100, I'm so sorry, Nicola and Charlie. That's where you are. Charlie, let's have a brilliant answer from you this time. And maybe we can turn things around. Good luck with that. We're going to come back down the line now. Will the second players please step up to the podium? OK, Charlie, remember we're looking for any instrument played by BBC Young Musician of the Year competitors in one of the final categories.
Yeah, it's not my thing. I used to play cello when I was at school.
Oh, you should be careful saying things. Sometimes we have to take the first instrument you've said.
I want to go with cello.
Oh, right, phew, in that case. In which case, don't be careful. Keep speaking.
So...
OK, cello.
Sorry, yeah.
Cello. No, that's good. Yeah. Phew. You don't get a red line, I'm afraid, Charlie, because you are our high scorers. Let's see how far down the column we get with cello. Cello is right. Down he goes to 36, takes your total up to an unbeatable 136.
Yo-Yo Ma started learning the cello at 4 years old and performed to Presidents Kennedy and Eisenhower 3 years later. Talent.
Yeah. Extraordinary. Extraordinary talent. Thank you very much indeed, Gethin. Now, Darren, great news. You're through to the head-to-head. Doesn't matter what you score. So, instruments played by these young musicians.
I help run an open mic on a Thursday night in my local pub. And a guy turned up once with a harp. And he was absolutely brilliant, so I'm going to say harp.
Harp. Shall we see if harp is right? How many of our 100 said that? There's no red line for you because you're already through. Harp is absolutely right, Darren. I think this might be a low scorer. Or not. Well, I mean, it's pretty good. 20 takes the total up to 29.
According to Celtic myth, the Dagda, who was chief of the original inhabitants of Ireland, played the harp to put the seasons in the right order.
It's very useful for that. Yes, the harp. It's one of the things it does best. Thank you very much indeed, Gethin. Now, Cal, you are on 18. It doesn't matter what you score. You're through to the next round. What would you like to go for?
I'll take a punt and say balalaika.
Balalaika? I mean, why not?
Yeah.
You're through anyway. What happens when we say balalaika? There's no red line. You're already through. No, but it was fun. There we are. Balalaika scores you 100 points, takes your total up to 118.
There were only 2 pointless answers.
I'm going to have a cry.
I was going to say, do you want to have a go?
Yeah, I might.
You'd be good at this.
There was a brilliant finalist called Rob Burton who plays the saxophone.
Saxophone would not have been a pointless answer. Would have got 18.
Oh, 18, for goodness sake.
Saxophone as a saxophone. Yeah, got anything else?
Bass trombone. You could have one of those.
Bass trombone would have been a pointless answer.
There you go.
Very good. As would have a flugelhorn. 9 points for bassoon, as well as French horn. 7 points for tuba. 3 points for a recorder.
Goodness. Thank you very much indeed, Gethin. That brings us to the end of our second round, and it means we have to say goodbye to Charlie and Nicola. I'm so sorry. Oh, listen, this was just your first show. It's really just to show you how it works. Next time, that's when it's serious. Charlie and Nicola, thank you so much for playing. For the two remaining pairs, though, it is now time for the head-to-head. Congratulations, Hallie and Darren. Emily and Cal, you're now one step closer to the final and a chance to play for our jackpot, which currently stands at £2,000. However, we now have a chance to throw some more money into that jackpot by seeing if we can find a couple of pointless answers just ahead of playing the head-to-head. So here we go, just for fun. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many fictional dragons as they could, Gethin.
You will see 6 options. 2 are scoring, 2 are pointless, and 2 are not famous fictional dragons at all. £250 in the jackpot for each pointless answer.
Thank you very much indeed. So simply, can you find the 2 pointless fictional dragons from this list of 6? Here we go. We have Lauvani, Elliot, Vermithrax Pejorative, Lee Jun Fan, Dreamfire, and Glaurung. There we are. Does anybody know anything?
I think I might have spotted a red herring. I think Lalvani might have been the second name of someone on Dragon's Den.
Ah, right.
I think I might be wrong.
Dreamfire is a dragon in House of the Dragon.
And Elliot is a Disney dragon, I think.
Ah, okay.
Okay.
OK, a lot of stuff coming out here. Yes, you're right, Tej Lauvani. That's it. Very well spotted. OK, so Hallie and Darren, who would you like to nominate as a pointless fictional dragon?
Well, I might go for Lee. I'm going to go for Lee Jun Fan.
OK, Lee Jun Fan. Shall we see if that is a pointless fictional dragon? No, no. Not Lee Jun Fan. Now, Emily and Cal, would you like to nominate one?
I don't know if the ones that we've said would mean that they would have points.
I think you might be right,
so
yeah.
we should go for a different one.
Glaurung sounds like something from Lord of the Rings, so maybe... Would you be happy with Glaurung?
Yeah.
Should we try Glaurung?
Why not?
Let's see, is Glaurung a pointless dragon? Glaurung is a dragon. And it's a pointless one as well. Very well done indeed, Emily and Cal.
Glaurung there from J.R.R. Tolkien's Silmarillion. Well done. Lee Jun Fan is actually Bruce Lee's Chinese name. Bruce Lee was nicknamed Little Dragon and starred in Enter the Dragon and Way of the Dragon. Lalvani, that's the red herring. Tej Lalvani, as you said, was a dragon on Dragon's Den for a while. You mentioned Elliot, Darren, the dragon friend from the 1977 and 2016 Disney films Pete's Dragon. You'd got 1 point for that. And then...
Well, I'm going to guess people might remember Vermithrax Pejorative as a name, so I thought that might not be pointless, but maybe it is.
It is pointless. The dragon from the 1981 film Dragon Slayer and Dreamfire, as you said, was from House of the Dragon with 1, so yeah.
There we are. Thank you very much indeed. And well done. You managed to find a pointless answer, which means we can add £250 to the jackpot. So it now stands at £2,250. But who'll be playing for it? Well, let's find out in the head-to-head. Now, the first pair to win 2 questions will be playing for that jackpot, and you're now allowed to confer before you give your answers. Best of luck to both pairs. Here is our first question, and it's all about edible fish, Gethin.
Yeah, we're going to show you 5 pictures of edible fish, but they're still in the water rather than on the plates. We'll also give you the first letters of their names. We need the lowest scoring fish.
Thank you very much. So can you identify these edible fish? And we have A, H, B, C, C, D, S, D, H, and E, T. There we are. 5 edible fish. Hallie and Darren, you are our low scorers, so you get to go first.
No, don't know. We'll go for A, haddock.
A, haddock. Say Hallie and Darren. Haddock. Now then, Emily and Cal, can you talk us through the rest of that board?
B is cod. E is tuna. C is Dover sole. I wish I knew what D was. But I think I'm going to go for the Dover Sole with C.
You're going to go C, Dover Sole. So we have haddock and we have Dover Sole. Hallie and Darren said haddock for A. Should we see how many of our 100 said that? Haddock is right. That goes down to 25. Meanwhile, Emily and Cal are going for Dover Sole for C. Should we see how many of our 100 said Dover Sole? Dover Sole is right. 32 for Dover Sole. Very well done indeed. Hallie and Darren, after one question, you're up 1-0.
Hallie, you look surprised by that result. Cod would have got 65 on the board. Halibut would have got you 10. And finally, tuna with 64.
Thank you very much indeed, Gethin. Right, here comes your second question. Emily and Cal, you've got to win this one, stay in the game, so good luck. Our second question is all about Dad's Army platoon members, Gethin.
Yeah, we're going to show you the surnames of members of the Warmington-on-Sea platoon in the TV sitcom Dad's Army, but we've rearranged the letters in their names into alphabetical order. Please give us just the surnames of these characters.
Thank you very much indeed. So can you unscramble these alphabetical anagrams? We have Efrds, Ejnos, Defgori, Asihims, and Agimnur. There we are. Now, Emily and Cal, you get to go first this time.
OK, I'm going to have to go for the bottom one maybe and go for Mannering.
You're going to say Mannering for the bottom one. Now then, Hallie and Darren, can you talk us through the rest of that board?
Jones for the second one. And I think it could be Zephra for the first one, and it doesn't ring a bell with me. I think we'll have to go Jones.
You're going to go Jones. So we have Mannering and we have Jones. OK, Emily and Cal went Mannering. Let's see how many of our 100 said that. Mannering is right. 33 for Mannering. Meanwhile, Hallie and Darren have gone for Jones for the second one. Should we see how many of our 100 said that? Jones. Jones is right. It's a big one, though. 58 for Jones. Very well done indeed, Emily and Cal. You're back in the game after 2 questions. It's 1-1.
Yeah, just about got Jones myself. At the top one, not Zephra, but
Fraser.
Fraser for 23. Anything else on there, Alexander?
Godfrey.
Godfrey would have got 27, but the best answer on the board?
No, go on.
Cheeseman.
Oh, for goodness sake. There we are.
Score of 1.
Marvellous. Thank you very much indeed. Gethin. Right, it all comes down to this third question. Whoever wins this goes through to the final and plays for the jackpot. Best of luck to both pairs. Here is our third question, and it's all about Rihanna. Gethin.
Yeah, here are 5 clues to facts about Rihanna. We'd like you to answer the one you think the fewest of 100 people knew.
Thank you very much. So let's reveal our 5 Rihanna facts, and here they are. Title of her 2007 single that was appropriately UK #1 for 10 weeks during a rainy summer. Caribbean island she was born on. Singer known for her 2009 UK Top 10 single T-shirt, who was Rihanna's drill sergeant when they were in the Army Cadets together. Her surname, which she used as the name of her fashion range, and British band whose 2012 UK Top 10 single Princess of China featured her vocals. There we are. Now, Hallie and Darren, you get to go first again.
Should we go for the top
I know the first 2 and I know the bottom one.
first one? Umbrella.
We'll go for the first one, Umbrella.
Umbrella. Say Hallie and Darren. Now then, Emily and Cal, can you talk us through that board?
No. Should we just guess for a Caribbean island?
Yeah.
Oh,
I think it might be Barbados.
Barbados. Say Emily and Cal for the islands. We have Umbrella and we have Barbados. Hallie and Darren went Umbrella for the top one. Let's see how many of our 100 said Umbrella. Umbrella's right. That goes down to 41. Meanwhile, at the last minute, Inspiration dawned, and
Maybe.
Emily and Cal are going for Barbados, the island she was born on. Let's see how many of our 100 said Barbados. It's right. And it wins the point. Superb work, 29 for Barbados, and that, Emily and Cal, sees you through to the final after 3 questions, 2-1.
Darren's so unlucky because if you got the bottom one as well, which is Coldplay, you'd have made it through because that scored 8. And the other 2, Rihanna fan, Alexander?
I don't know.
The other 2, if you'd gone with her surname, which she used as the name of a fashion range, would have scored 19 with Fenty. And the top answer would have been Chantel with 3.
Thank you very much indeed. That brings us to the end of the head-to-head round, and it means we have to say goodbye to Hallie and Darren. Only for now. We'll see you again next time and look forward to it very much. But thanks so much for playing and playing so well, Hallie and Darren. For Emily and Cal, though, it's now time for the pointless final. Huge congratulations, Emily and Cal. You fought off all the competition and you have won our coveted pointless trophy. You now have a chance to win the pointless jackpot. And at the end of today's show, the jackpot is standing at £2,250. Well, you contributed to that jackpot in the bonus round there. We had a lovely pointless answer from you. And in fact, it was always going to happen. You were in the head-to-head last time. You very narrowly avoided going into the final then. This time, off you go. Here we are in that final. What do you want to see come up?
Anything to do with natural world, animals, plants, geography. Be good for me.
Music for me, I think.
OK. Well, 4 things, as you know, will appear on the board. Let's hope there's something you feel you can have some fun with here. Today's selection is this. The letter E in science. The Apprentice, Bristol Trip Hop, Coastal Capitals.
I think, if you don't mind, I think Bristol Trip Hop, because, I think Massive Attack or maybe Portishead will come up, which...
I mean, yes, that's probably both of the categories. I thought. Anyway,
so.
I don't know. Let's find out. Bristol Trip Hop, Gethin.
OK, yeah, we are looking for any track on these albums released by acts associated with the Bristol trip-hop genre. We're looking for any track on Massive Attack's 2006 Best Of album, Collected, or any track on Portishead's 3 albums. So that's Dummy, released in 1994, Portishead from 1997, or Third from 2008. Best of luck to you and everyone playing at home as well.
Thank you very much indeed, Gethin. Oh, this is going to be fun. As always, you've got up to 1 minute to come up with 3 answers. All you need to win that jackpot is for just one of those answers to be pointless. However, if you can find 3 pointless answers, Cal, we'll throw in a £500 bonus. Are you ready?
I think so.
OK, let's put 60 seconds up on the clock like you need them. And there they are. Your time starts now.
So I think for Massive Attack, 5-Man Army, I think, is one of their songs. Butterfly Court. And there's also Inertia Creeps. For Portishead, I mean, it's like, obviously like Biscuit might be a good one for there. So maybe try to think what's going to be pointless out of that. Maybe 5-Man Army, a 5-Man Army for Massive Attack, Biscuit for Portishead, and Butterfly Court maybe for Massive Attack. Yeah, I think we've got our answers.
OK, we've got our 3 answers. Let's stop that clock. Who needed it? What answers are you going to give me?
OK, so for Massive Attack, we go 5-Man Army.
5-Man Army.
And Butterfly Court.
Butterfly Court.
And then for Portishead, we go for Biscuit.
Biscuit. Of those 3, do you think that one has a better chance than another of being a pointless answer?
I think maybe Biscuit for Portishead.
Biscuit we'll put last. Least likely to be pointless?
Maybe 5-Man Army.
5-Man Army and Butterfly Court goes in the middle. OK, well, let's put those answers up on the board in that order, and here they are. We have 5-Man Army, Butterfly Court, and Biscuit. Well, I have to say, I just love it. I love it, because that has been up on the board for a lot. It's a hoary old classic, that Bristol Trip Hop. It's been, so many people have sort of gone, no, not that, not that, not that. And finally, it's found its pair. It's just wonderful. It's been so
count.
exciting hearing you go through. I have no idea if any of these are right or pointless, but it's been great. Just that it matched so well. Now, £2,250 is up for grabs. If one of these turns out to be pointless, what would you like to do with that?
We're currently saving up to get a camper van so that we can do some travelling around with our dog, Bobby.
Very
So
nice.
we'll probably go towards that.
That would be very nice. Cal?
I've also been borrowing my guitarist Mark's guitar for a long time now, and I would love to be able to get my own
It's
so
high
he can
time
stop
you had
nagging
your
me.
own. Yeah, fair enough. OK, well, let's just put these to the test. Five-man army. In this case, we're looking for tracks from Massive Attack's 2006 Best Of album collected. Shall we see if Five-man army is on that? Should we see if it's pointless? Oh, phew. Five-man army is very much on that album. It just has to go all the way down to 0, and you'll leave here with £2,250. Down we go with Five-man army, still going down through the single figures, still going down. You've done it! Very well done indeed. Huge congratulations. Five-man army was a pointless answer. You are going home with the jackpot of £2,250 at least. Because I did say, if you get 3 pointless answers, we'll throw in a £500 bonus. So let's just put the other answers to the test. Butterfly Court, we're still with Massive Attack's Best Of album. Let's see how many of our 100 said Butterfly Court. Might it be pointless as well? It's right. Well, Five-man army was pointless. This just to see if it goes some way to helping you qualify for that bonus. Down we go, still going down, still going. You've done it! Yep, there we are. There's the second pointless answer. On its own, it doesn't mean anything, but in conjunction with a third pointless answer, it will win you that bonus of £500. We just have to see if Biscuit is on Portishead's album's dummy Portishead or third. Biscuit. And is it pointless? How many of our 100 people said it? Biscuit. Yep, Biscuit is there. You did put this as your last answer deliberately. You thought it was your best shot. There's an extra £500 on this if it goes down to pointless. Down it goes, still going down, still. You've done it very well done indeed. Congratulations, Biscuit, with another pointless answer. You have taken your jackpot winnings up to £2,750. Brilliant. Get it.
So good. Triple pointless. I think you mentioned inertia creeps as well. That also would have been a pointless answer. So you were on fire. You don't get anything more for that, though, I don't think. There's some more pointless answers. You probably know them anyway, Cal, to be fair. You had Five-man army, inertia creeps, karma coma would have been on there, rising sun as well. And the other pointless answers were future proof and what your soul sings. And then tracks on Portishead's 3 albums. Pointless answers would have been All Mine. It could be Sweet, Numb, We Carry On. The only scoring answers here were Sour Times, It's a Fire, Glory Box, Roads, and Wandering Star. But I get the feeling you don't really care about those anymore.
Thank you very much indeed, Gethin. And thanks once again to our winning players, Emily and Cal, who take away today's jackpot of £2,750. Brilliant. Join us next time when we'll be putting more obscure knowledge to the test on Pointless. Meanwhile, it's goodbye from Gethin.
Goodbye.
And it's goodbye from me. Goodbye.